Achieving success in your early 20s is quite a difficult feat to achieve, but thanks to the internet, it's easier than ever. At 19 years old, Neil Lassen was just another teenager pushing carts at Target for minimum wage. But in his 20s, Neil came across a surprising business venture that allowed him to earn over $150,000 a year. I'm Grace from Printbest, and in this video, we'll be going through Neil's story, how he became successful, and what you can also learn from his story. Before we begin, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this incredible story with your friends as well. So without any further ado, let's dive in. When Neil Lassen was working at Target, he was not happy. It was just about the only place that would offer him a job, but working with them for just $8 an hour was not enough for this 19-year-old. On top of that, Neil described the 8 months he worked at that particular Target location as being a horrible experience. One day, after the end of a long summer shift, Neil went home and started surfing the web. Over there, he came across a website called Flippa, which lets you buy and sell websites and take a look at their analytics. One website in particular caught Neil's eye. It was listed for $40,000. When he took a closer look at the website, he realized it did not look good. Everything was all jumbled up, nothing made sense, but when he looked at the income, he was shocked. It was earning upwards of $10,000 a month. That was the moment that Neil knew if a website that bad could also earn so much money, he could too. He had years of experience as a self-taught web developer, and he knew all the ins and outs of the internet in general. For the next few months, Neil went hard on the research. He knew he wanted to build a website, but he was trying to come up with different ways he could actually do so. He was saving all the money he could, earning from his minimum wage job, in the hopes that he could eventually come up with a way to invest it online. Eventually, he saved up $3,000 and bought a website from Flippa. This earned him enough passive income to allow him to quit his job, but this was not enough. Neil didn't just want passive income, he wanted success. Neil would eventually start working with a man named Todor Karlikov, and they both came across a new print-on-demand service that piqued their interest. If you don't know what print-on-demand is, it's basically a way for sellers to create items, list items on their website, and sell them while not actually producing these products themselves or keeping them in stock. For example, here at Printbest, we allow you to design and print t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and all sorts of other specialty items on our website so that you can list them on your online store. Whenever an order is placed in your store, Printbest will automatically be notified, and it will have the product made and shipped as soon as 1 to 2 days. All you have to do is sell the product at a higher price than it cost them. The service that Neil and Todor came across was very similar to this. All they had to do was sign up, design some t-shirts, and list them in their store to start selling them. They didn't have to place all the orders themselves, buy or rent a warehouse to keep their stock, or ship the orders out themselves. It was all taken care of by the print-on-demand service they were using. In the beginning, their account was capped at only 25 designs until they could sell 25 t-shirts, after which their cap would increase to 100. The cap would keep increasing as you would continue hitting targets, with an overall limit of around 8,000 designs. This cap was something that was enforced by their particular supplier. Companies like Printbest don't have this cap, so you can list as many designs as you'd like. Neil and Todor's strategy was to initially outprice the competition by coming up with as many designs as possible and lowering the amount of profit they make. There was also very little risk to this. As I've mentioned, they didn't have to keep any stock or worry about not selling out. If an order wasn't placed for an item available in their store, the company fulfilling orders simply wouldn't print that item. There would be no penalties or anything of that sort. There was almost zero cost upfront to them. Another strategy for them was to base all of their designs on shirts that were already selling and improve those designs. Neil and Todor clearly had a sense of style, and whenever their designs were placed next to a competitor's, they were quickly able to get a sale. It wasn't long before they were able to increase their cap with the kind of sales they were getting, and it would only go up from there. To make the process of finding designs without infringing copyright easier for themselves, they created a software that anyone can use called Merch Informer. This software would go through certain keywords and find the best-selling t-shirt designs all over the internet that weren't copyright protected. As their business grew and their sales kept increasing, Neil and Todor had enough money to start automating the whole process. They started to outsource their designs, and since this was a pretty basic task, they would have lots of willing participants to help them create hundreds and eventually thousands of different designs for free. Within just 1 year, Neil and Todor were making a profit of around $150,000. Keep in mind, this is after the cost of marketing, selling, hiring designers, and more. But in a business like this, there are very few costs to begin with, so it was pretty easy for them to start earning a profit right away. Before Neil knew it, he went from pushing carts at his miserable job to earning over $100,000 online without even doing that much or investing that much money. We think the biggest takeaway here is that you don't need to have a lot of money or massive investment in order to grow a business. Thanks to the internet, there are all sorts of different business ideas like print on demand, affiliate marketing, and so much more for you to try out at very little startup costs. Neil is just one of the many people who made a lot of money by printing t-shirts on demand, and the opportunities are still out there. Now, if you're ready to get started, make sure you go to printbest.com and start printing your own t-shirts. Today, we learned how Neil went from pushing carts to earning $150,000 from his side hustle. What's your biggest takeaway from Neil's story? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.